Good evening, students. Today we will see how to make this model by using Autodesk Fusion software. See, this is a model which is having a length of 60 mm, height of 60 mm, and the breadth or width of the model is 30 mm. So first we have to create this particular portion. The portion is this particular surface is supposed to be created first. Then this is supposed to be extruded on the other side. Okay. So how we can create this particular surface now? We will see how to do it in Fusion software. Okay. We have to create a 60 by 60 rectangle. If you double click the Fusion logo here, which is available, can you see this Fusion logo here? This one we have to double click it. Once if you double click it, it takes a little few time and then it can open it. Now you can see this is the portion which you can get it in the beginning. What do you want to design? Select drawing in this. Select drawing, create new. That's all. It will be asking you to save. You don't need to save anything. Just give cancel. Straight away, you can come and select the front plane here in the right top. Right top, select the front plane. Whenever I'm saying select or pick, always use the left button of your mouse. Left hand side button of your mouse. So I'm selecting that front plane by picking the left hand side. By using the mouse left click button, I'm selecting the front plane. Now I am going for the create sketch tool, which you have already used in the lab. The same. I am repeating it again. Create sketch, select it, and select any one of these quadrant. I am selecting that the second one. Just I am clicking it. That's all. Once if you click it, automatically it will come to your drawing mode. Now this sketch palette shows you what are all available. The facilities, sketch grid, snap, profile, points, dimensions will be available. This is what it shows. So we don't want to do anything in this and don't press the finish sketch. You know already. I've told in the lab. Just reduce it or minimize it. There will be a small double arrow here. Click it. It will get hidden. Now we can go for that particular model which I have shown it to you. So we have to create that 60 mm height and 60 mm length rectangle. So I am selecting by using the tool in the create rectangle 2-point rectangle. I am selecting it near to this origin point. Please understand, near to the origin point in the left top, I am clicking first. Then I am moving the mouse to the right top, right bottom. Now it is showing 75, but I want only 60. I'm changing the dimension into 60. That's all. Once if I change the dimension 60 and if I press enter the key button, automatically you'll get the rectangle. But this side is 60 mm. This side is not known. So what we will do, I click this mouse button, left button on this line and right click the mouse button. The mouse right hand click button I am clicking now. The right click mouse, you will be getting these tools where you can select the sketch dimension. Now it is showing the dimension is 105. I can change it as 60. Now we got 60 by 60 mm, but this rectangle is not at the center. So what I have to do now here is I'm selecting this line. Still, please understand, still the arrow mark shows some dimensional symbol. Can you see that? A dimensional line symbol means still it is in the dimensional change mode, so we can able to do still. So I'm selecting this line and I'm going to the center. There will be a white round button exists. Holding the control button in the key, I am selecting that button and I am now moving it. Now it is showing 15 mm, but I have to change it as 30 mm. Now one side of the rectangle came into center. Now similarly, I have to go for the another side also. Selecting the line, moving the mouse, clicking the center point of the origin by holding the control button in the key. Now it is showing that 25. I am changing it as 30. Now the rectangle came at the center. Got it? Now the next step is at the bottom, we can see that there will be a cavity and it is supposed to be created. How we can do it? This particular portion is having the height of 20 mm at the base. Then there will be a length. This is about 60 minus 2 into 15. 60 minus Both sides 15 mm are there. 2 into 15, 30. 60 minus 30, the center portion is 30 mm. So 30 mm base and 20 mm height, I have to create a rectangle over which I have to draw a semicircle which is having a radius of 15 mm, because the total length of this rectangle is 30 mm and they created that entire semicircle to that length. In that case, the radius will be 15 mm. So one rectangle with a size of 30 by 20 over which a semicircle I have to create. Let us see how to do that. So in this, I am selecting the circle. Sorry, I am selecting the rectangle first. Rectangle, 2-point rectangle. At the base, I am selecting one point, and again I am selecting another point. I am just moving it. Now it is saying 21 mm. I am changing it as 20 mm. Got it? Now I am clicking at the bottom. There is a tool called fit, zoom to fit. So if you make that zoom to fit, it will come to close. And if you take that zoom tool, it can move little bit away or center. I can change it or I can position it wherever I need it. Now I am pressing the escape button from the keyboard so that the mouse pointer will come again. Now I am selecting this line. I want to know what is the dimension. Sketch dimension. It is showing some 20 mm, but it is supposed to be 30 mm. Now I have created the rectangle. Again, the dimension is somewhere away. Means the rectangle is somewhat one side. I have to change it to the center. So I am selecting this line, moving to the center, holding the control button in the key, and I am picking the center. Now it is showing what is this size. It is supposed to be 15. Now you can get the rectangle at the center. Now what is our next step? There should be a semicircle at this top. So I am selecting a semicircle. I am selecting a circle tool. There is no semicircle option. We have to select the circle tool and select the top center of this rectangle. And I am drawing a circle which is showing 30.529. I am making it as 30 mm. Perfectly, it fits with the rectangle at the top. Over. Now I finished everything. Now I have to do one thing, that I should remove these excess lines. So I am selecting the tool called trim. Here, scissor mark is there no, at the top. Select the trim tool, remove this off circle, remove this line, remove this line. Again and again we have to click because it is having two lines. Now you can see there will be these extra lines have been removed completely. Now still the arrow mark shows something to be trimmed. Can you see the trim symbol? X symbol with the arrow mark. So now there is no need of that arrow mark, that X symbol. So we don't want to trim anything now, right now. Okay. I am pressing the escape button from the keyboard. Now the mouse arrow mark, simple normal arrow mark came. This is the surface we have created. Now the next step is, in the top it is having a triangular shape. Can you see that, a heart-like shape? So the top surface edge is, the top point is 60 mm, whereas on the other side it is having 40 mm. So 60 to 40 mm I have to draw these two inclined lines. So how we have to create it? For that I have to draw one more line. I am selecting the line tool. I am creating a line here, straight line. This straight line, I have created it. Again pressing the escape button, come to the normal mouse. Now I want to see what is the distance of the line and the distance between this line and this line. So what I will do, first I am selecting this line and then I am clicking the mouse button, right side button, sketch dimension. Again I am selecting this line. Now it is showing what is the distance of it. It is supposed to be 20 above. Got it? Again I am going for this create line, selecting the top of this particular surface, sorry, top of this particular rectangle, and connecting to this edge. Similarly, I can start with this again, connecting to this edge. Now my drawing is completed. I'm pressing the escape button in the keyboard. Now mouse control button or mouse arrow mark came to normal. Now these are all my extra lines. These lines are supposed to be removed. Again going for trim tool. This line is removed. This line is removed. This line. This line. Now please understand, this line is also not required for me. For my measurement of 20 mm, I marked this line. So I don't need this line also. I am trimming off this, pressing the escape button on the keyboard. Now this is the surface I got. Now I finished that entire drawing. The thing is, I should see in a three-dimensional model, I'm selecting the orbit tool here. I'm rotating it here. Now you can see it is a 2D model. Now this 2D model is supposed to be converted into a 3D model. So what I have to do here, pressing the escape button, front view, I'm selecting the finish sketch. Please understand, once again we can ensure the drawing given in the question. This is the surface, the same surface, this entire surface we have created here. Got it? So this surface I'm supposed to extrude it. So how I can extrude? I'm selecting the finish sketch option in the right top. Why? Because we finished our sketch. If we don't select that finish sketch, you cannot able to extrude your model. You cannot convert your 2D model into 3D. Finish sketch. Now the drawing has been completed. Now I'm selecting this surface. Now I'm going for create extrude tool. Sometimes this extrude tool will be available in the toolbar itself, here itself. And sometimes if it is not available here, you can go and select inside the create extrude tool. Now it is showing this particular surface is supposed to be extruded to how much? 0.00 mm it is showing. I can say in the question it is given as 30 mm. So I am selecting that 30 mm here. 30 mm. Got it? Now 30 mm has been done. Now I am rotating the object in a 3D model by using orbit tool. Now you can see pressing the escape key. Now coming to this fit. In the fit you can see how the model it is. The same model which has been given in the question. Got it? Now, apart from this, I want to create the colors on the surfaces. So I am selecting this. Again, I will do once again. So I am selecting this surface. Right click the mouse button. There is a tool called appearance. Select it. You can get this appearance box. In this, I have to select the paint tool. In that paint tool, there will be an option called metallic, or so many things are there. We can select any one and we can go for that particular tool. Say for example, the red color, I'm selecting it and picking it here to this toolbox. Now this red color, I want to put it in this surface. Now it is taking for the entire solid because it is showing that apply to bodies or components. If it is like this, the option has been selected with bodies and components, it will create the color for the entire surface. It will make the color for the entire surface. Otherwise, we can select the faces alone and we can select the one face and we can make that red color on one side alone. Similarly, I can go for another color. I'm selecting this paint green color, picking that green color to here in the box. So this tool, I'm using it at the top surface on both sides by rotating the solid by using orbit button. Escape it. This green button, I'm placing it on both sides. Now in the top surface, I have provided the green color. The front surface, I have provided that red color. And I am picking that blue color again. So I want to give that blue color on the sides. Side I gave blue color. On the other side also, I am giving this blue color. Got it? Now we gave the front portion red color. Similarly, for the inner surfaces, I am selecting this yellow color. This yellow color, I'm going to give it at the inner surfaces. Similarly, for those all surfaces, I'm rotating this portion. Again, I'm selecting this yellow color, giving it at the bottom. That's all. Now my drawings are over completely, and I gave the colors also completely for the 3D model, different colors for the different views. Now, from this model, you can able to understand how this is being done by using the Fusion software, the 3D model. Now, if you want to see what is the front view, this is your front view. This is your left side view. This is your right side view, and this is your top view. See, in the top view, the edge is at the center. Please see that. I can show it in the orbit button. So this is the top view. Got it? So this is the way we can go for. Suppose if you want to see in an isometric view, we can change the position of it. This is the front view. Now I am rotating it in orbit button. I am making it an isometric view. Now this model, I just want to save it as a screenshot or image file, JPEG file. For that, in the keyboard, you can use that Windows button plus front screen. You can get this in my computer or this PC. You can go inside. There will be an option called pictures. In that, screenshots will be there. In the screenshots, the recent screenshot, it will show you what is the picture you have saved. Similarly, now again, I am changing the model into